I don't know. I'm either really bored or I'm really crazy because we're here for round 2 today. Round 2. So I gotta kind of replan this flight again. It looks like one of the runways changed. I was doing a little test flight with it earlier, and sorry, I was doing a little test flight with it earlier, and it was snowing like a bitch out there in Texas, man. That's crazy. But it looks like they're using a different runway now. Let me go ahead and get the tablet up. Make you large. Let me edit the flight. See here, edit flight. Happy Thursday night or Friday morning or whatever day it is, time where you're living. Right now it's about 9 o'clock where I'm at. All right, so the name of the number, the number, yeah, identification. This is N903TH. That's a real flight. It flew this route. It's about a week ago. So we're gonna fly from Amarillo, Texas to Grand Canyon National Park, and with that kind of flight time, you best believe we're gonna go ahead and take advantage of the sim rate increase. I'm kind of curious to see if it's still gonna be bad weather out there in Texas. That's all done. Let me just pull it in the Navigraph real quick. Get all that set up. Not being used anymore. Unload this here flight. Well, hello again, my friend in New Zealand. How are you? See you. Good to virtually see you. Import again. I don't really know why I'm doing this, because I can pull it right into the flight management system, but whatever. It is what it is. All right, and we are going to do the GCN ILS approach. Yeah, it's okay. Doesn't really matter. We'll probably get vectored when we get close to there anyways. All right, let's unload that bitch. Put this back to regular side. Emma. Rick Husband, Amarillo, Texas. Old airport. I'm thinking this is general aviation down here because it's all small. There's a gate here, medium and large, so I'm guessing that's where regular planes are going. So we'll go down here to where we belong. At least I guess that's where we belong. I didn't look at any charts or anything. I love this plane. I used to fly the hell out of this plane in 2020. There's 2 versions of this HJet available. You have the one that I'm using, and then I think and then you have the free one that comes with the game. I think there's a free one that comes with the got a really cool livery on it. That Aerosoft, or not Aerosoft, I forget what livery. It's like white, green, and gray. And one of the things I like best about this airplane is that the lights are all automatic. The taxi lights, strobe lights, you can have it set to where they do their thing depending on what stage of the flight you're at. Oh, it's still snowing down here. Look at that. Got our little jet go. That's the same one they use on FS Reborn's Hyper Meridian that I have. It looks like the same unit. Nice little booties on my HJet. Sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn our battery on. External power. First things first, let me go ahead and bring in the flight plan, then we'll do the utilities. Request. Import. No procedure for takeoff. Do have procedure for landing. I want to adjust some of the VNAV parameters too. We're doing an approach. Remember correct, I think our minimums is like 39. When I was flying this plane earlier, I was really flying it just to make sure it worked. Didn't like the climbing schedule. I mean yeah, I didn't like the climbing rate that it had. It was climbing at 210 and it had our cruise speed at, yeah, this needs to be, let's make this 280. 280.72. Oh, really? Alright, we'll do 2. That's good. And climbing, I want. And descent is good. Fine from earlier. Alright, very good. So that's all done. Let's go ahead and solidify our route. That's all done. I think I need to go back in here. I'm going to change this vertical situation display once we start climbing. I like having this during takeoff, and then I'll go ahead and switch it to the flight plan. Oh, that's good. Let's initialize everything here. Let's go to utilities. Station. There's a really big checklist you can do with this airplane, but everything they have you checking, it's already on already. Like a good part of the checklist is making sure that the oxygen is normal and that all that's normal. Big part of the checklist is making sure all the switches down here are all normal, but there's no state saving, so they're always going to be, yeah, I love this plane too. They're always going to be on. The only thing you really have to turn on is the engine anti. Done. Fuel, let's sync from the sim. I guess I do have it in kilograms. Alright, it's no big deal. I don't really feel like changing it all back. Speed bugs, that from M1. Alright, so everything's initialized. Let's accept that. Put our system. All right, let's start up our, well, let me get our clearance first from ATC here. Sayintentions. Not muted. See how loud and everything. Check 1212.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like. And next is what yours sounds like.
Check 1212.
That was a little loud. Turned it down. Okay, let's get our clearance to see what the ATIS is.
And formation Bravo.
Amarillo Airport information Yankee 0200.
Oh, damn it, Microsoft.
Visibility 1 in snow.
I hate when they play that shit in the background. I don't know why they do that all the time.
Temperature tree.
We have information Bravo.
Altimeter 29908. 01.
3006 information Bravo.
Landing and departure.
I have Microsoft turned, like I have all the options for ATC turned off, but it still reads it. Well, hello again, Mr. Chicago. How are you, sir? let's change our settings to inches per... What's up, Torch? Torch is back in the cut. He's a regular now. Now one of us. Change that back to inches. So 136. Let me go ahead and mute the people's settings. I want to get my flight stick connected as well. Let me turn off the HUD. I was doing a mission earlier. Had the HUD on. All right, sound. We'll turn all the character volume down. Any of that. Accessibility. Turn the subtitles off. Wow, 4 a.m. Good lord. Where are you flying to? Are you flying overseas or are you staying stateside? All right, let's contact clearance. Where are we flying? Grand Canyon. Bravo. Amarillo clearance AX3219 with IFR clearance request to Grand Canyon National Park. Information, Bravo. That'd be cool. Denver, then Los Angeles. That's all right. Be back just in time to get the happy hour.
AX319 Amarillo clearance cleared to Grand Canyon National Park. Radar vectors panhandle, then as filed. Climb and maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 430 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.5 squawk 2136.
Radar vectors, then as file. Climb, maintain 7,000. Expect flight level 430 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.5 squawk 2136 AX3219. Alright, I need to make sure we had the right flight stick set up. I'm pretty sure we do.
AX3219, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.9er.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Make sure this is on flaps. It's crazy. It's snowing in Amarillo, Texas. Need to get a new boom or find a way to put this one farther away. I think that's why I come close to it so often, is because like I need to move forward sometimes. Operate things. Alright, this engine is real hard to start. Let me need to be pushed back at all. Now we can just take right off and just spin around. Alright, let me get clearance for... Oh, you know, I wonder if that button works here. Let me try hitting the C button. Ooh, I like that. I never noticed that before in this plane. It changes the who you're talking to. Clearance ground. That's awesome. Amarillo ground AX3219 requesting pushback and engine start clearance.
Pushback and engine start approved. Expect runway 31 for departure. Advise when ready to taxi.
Expect runway 31 for departure. We'll call you back when we're ready to taxi AX3219. Alright, so this is really difficult. Pay attention. You push this button in, and then when N2 gets up to about 20%, you just move it off. The shut off so you can get some fuel into it. There we go. That difficult. There you go. The engine started. I have to go back and save some seats. Back in. Is this the one with the bathroom? Oh yeah, this is the one with the bathroom. Sir. Got our bathroom. Just the one that... Oh, yes, I remember this plane now. We can set up our seats out here. Yes. All right, we'll make this one number 1. Oh, son of a bitch. Might not have the right keyboard set up. Give me 1 second. These controls are always changing. I think you really could. And I don't think I would be surprised if I found a story on the internet in a few days that said somebody tried that. If you can find Tom Cruise, you can find this plane. I know for sure he has one. Well, I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he has one. What am I looking for? A camera. Cockpit. Is it F1? Oh, it's F1. I'm such a moron. Shift. Oh, no, it's not. This is the wrong keyboard. Shift 5. We'll do it on our way up to cruising altitude. I'll switch the cameras. Do have to move our trim as well. All right, emergency power will get shut off when we put the cabin power on. Generators on. Cabin power on. Now we have to move this to 30.6 as well. And we have to move our trim down to the green range, so that. This takes a little bit with the little scroll wheel that I'm using.
Autopilot.
There we go. Amarillo ground, AX3219 ready for taxi instructions to runway 34.
AX3, 219, runway 34 is not available. Taxi to runway 31 via Papa 2, Papa, Kilo, Kilo 6. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready for departure.
You're right, it is runway 31, my bad. Taxi to runway 31 via Papa 2, Papa Kilo, Kilo 6. Contact tower 118.3 when ready for departure. AX3219. You get the chart up for where we're at. Second. Remember how to use this. Camera controls. No, you bitch. Ow! That's the... Charts. Charts. Screen. So we're gonna go this way. Down. Alright, easy enough. So we gotta go that way. Alright, well we're good to go. Let's remove our parking brake. Going. Watch out, Bruce! Coming through. Wait a minute, I just heard the, hang on 1 second. I just heard it from Sayintentions. They probably have this flight stick still set up as a way to contact him. Multiplayer controls. Oh yeah, it sure does. Let me get rid of those. controls here. Okay, now we're good. Now when I hit the brakes, we won't hear the I'd imagine this car is like a sports car for folks that fly airplane. Like, I imagine flying in like a Cessna, like 172. That's probably like driving like a Hyundai Accent. And then you jump in this, and this is like driving a Porsche, you know, GT3. That's kind of what I think, man. Oh yeah, we just go anywhere in this plane. We don't care where we taxi. We just go anywhere we want in this. I need to get a new boom. I would love to be a co-pilot in this thing. Or even just a passenger. I don't even need to be a co-pilot. I would just love to be like in this airplane, like up front where all the magic happens when they're taking off. I love the automated lights. That to me is one of the best things. That's okay, they still got seats. Somebody needs to sit in those seats. It probably is single pilot rated. Alright, we need to contact the tower when ready. One setting I like that I put in place is that it should switch, it should put the comm frequency that we need to contact next, it should put it as a standby frequency automatically. And it should put our transponder to the right settings as well. I hear you. I always kind of, you know what, the runway lights, like on like the Airbuses and the, well, really just the Boeings. I really have no idea when to use those. I usually just turn those on if I'm like, when I land, I'm turning off the runway, you know, I'm turning off the runway into the area. That's usually when I use those, but other than that, like, I really have no clue when to use those. This plane was very hit or miss to use on 2024. That's kind of what I thought. That's kind of what I thought they were used for. I just never really did research to figure it out. Hey, just turn them on and leave them on for the whole flight. And we should do slew mode over there. Let's go through here and see what airplanes they have for sale. I think we can cut through here. You know, we could just take off right from here, actually. Yeah. We don't have enough space anymore. It's like an airplane graveyard over here. Look at all these planes. Maybe Amarillo, Texas is where the graveyard for all the airplanes are. Yeah, no, I corrected myself. When I was saying it, I remembered that the Airbus didn't have those. It was more the Boeings that have those. Have, you know, the runway turn-off lights. Should be pulling up on turn coming up here. Yep. Well, the Boeings have toggle switches for it. At least the 737 does. They're right next to the taxi lights. The newer Boeings, like the like the Dreamliner and the 777, I think those are automatic. But like on the older ones, there was toggle switches. I think they turned those on when they, like, if they were taxiing to the runway. Once they got like on like strip like this, which is parallel to the runway, they would turn them on, and then I think turning off the runway, they would put those on. But, no. Don't need to start anymore. Map again. And we are booking. We got to be doing at least like 25, 30 knots right. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It'd be nice if they had a pause button in real life like we have here, where we can just pause the flight while we look up how to fix it. Or push the button to turn it off. Maybe if we just push the button to turn the red light off, maybe the problem will just go away on its own. So I downloaded these virtual audio cables so I could split sound from like Sayintentions and the sim and music, and that way I can control, it's kind of like having a mixing board, but like right on the computer. So I downloaded it. I thought I downloaded the right one. I thought for 2 weeks now it's been working fine. I didn't realize I had to actually donate to get them. I donated to get the real ones now. But for weeks I thought I was using the right ones, and I just couldn't figure out for the life of me why I couldn't really adjust the sound of each thing like individually. I figured it out. You had to donate. They're really good. Like $5 you can donate as the minimum, but it gives you 3 sets of cables, so you can have 3 different inputs. And, you know, change where the sound gets directed to and change the volume of it. Well, hello, Bobby. What up, dude? All right, we're getting ready to hold short, contact tower. We'll get Skybro to handle the comms for us so we can chill. Amarillo Tower, AX3219, holding short runway 31, looking for departure clearance.
AX319, Amarillo Tower, runway 31, winds 355 at 23, gusting 36, fly heading 310, cleared for takeoff.
Copy that, AX3219. All right, let's get Skybro to handle the comms. Yo, Skybro, handle the comms for us, please.
AX3219, runway 31, winds 355 at 23, gusting 36. Got it. Fly heading 310, clear for takeoff. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Yo, Gregory, I got the comms now.
All right, we'll read it back, brother. All right, let's turn on the anti-ice. Let's get out. Turn it on here. It's weird flying this plane through the little half a window I'm looking at from OBS. I can change the volume if I need to. The limiter that I had on like the last like 3 or 4 videos, I was listening to some of the audio. I didn't realize that it was clipping the audio so much when it started to get loud, and I don't want that. All right, let's go. Trying to change hands on the yoke while I switch back to the regular screen. All right, we're good now.
X3, 219. Contact departure on 119.5.
Alright, yaw dampener came on automatically.
119.5. X319.
Light level change. Have
Amarillo departure. AX319 morning, climbing past 5,000. X3
flaps up.
Amarillo departure, radar contact, clear direct panhandle, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Zero, got it.
Direct PNH. Climb and maintain flight level 230. AX319.
Very good. Let's go in the back and get our seats now that we. Based on the windows.
AX3 219, contact Albuquerque Center on 127.85. Switching to Albuquerque Center on 127.85. AX319.
And it's been rough weather over here all day today.
Albuquerque Center, AX319, morning, climbing through 7,000 for flight level 230. X319, Albuquerque Center. Good morning, Amarillo, altimeter 29.
What's our system doing here? Oh, we're in heading mode now. You son of a bitch.
Autopilot.
Trying to turn us back over without us rolling over. I don't know what happened. We had the autopilot engaged. Never had that kind of issue in this airplane before. Okay, let's regain control of this airplane. Flight level control, heading, and
X319, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 280. Climb and maintain flight level 280, X319.
see what's going on here. Flight plan. It was trying to grab that waypoint. That's so dumb. I hate when they do that. Go direct to it. All right, now we're good. Like, if you already passed the waypoint, it's probably my fault for going in the back seat too early. I'll just say it's my fault. Look, a tornado. Oh, it's a tornado. All right, let me get some music. Yeah, I was there earlier today when our plane crashed. I was there too for that one. I don't think that one was my fault, really. I don't say any of them are my fault. You'll never hear me agree that any of them are my fault. Never pilot error. Yeah, talk to the judge. Never user error. Always somebody else's fault. Yeah, try that. This plane just now, the only way I got it to stabilize was, I mean, I was like, I had the yoke cranked all the other way to the and the rudder I had like cranked all the way too, and I was barely able to get that thing flipped over. I didn't pay attention if it was still in auto throttle. I thought it was still in auto throttle, so I wasn't even looking at the throttle. That's my bad. All right, now we're climbing. 43,000 feet. Well, one thing about these videos, it's proving that DEI is not always the best at getting the right candidates. We need to hire based on ability, not based on gender. If they hired this pilot based on ability, none of that would have happened earlier today or just now. But they hired me. I guess I fall in the bracket of short, fat, middle-aged guy. I guess that's the bracket I'm in. That works. I'm a gender. Yeah. The pilot that crashed the plane earlier today, they were hired based on their gender, not based on if they could actually fly. I do. Just like I said last night, clouds have white privilege. Oh, look, you can see a little rainbow. Well, there's DEI right there. That's the DEI god right there. That's what they pray to. They pray to the rainbow. I think Bobby could be racist. It's okay though.
X3, 219, climb and maintain flight level 330. Climb and maintain flight level 330. X319.
But we're DEI. For sure, I mean, it sounds like my co-pilot's a black dude, so that's DEI for sure. Alright, 330. Check the volume of everything. I don't know if Canadians can be racist. Can Canadians be racist? Like, is that an actual thing? I don't know if that's really a thing. All right, let's change our display. They're Canadian, they go, hey, sorry. Sorry, eh?
X3, 219, climb and maintain flight level 370. Climb and maintain flight level 370. X3, 19.
Yeah, I don't know if I could live in the cold all year long either. I think that would drive me crazy. You know what? I put on easy listening music today. I'm not doing that. Let me pull up what I usually play. Oh, this is actually music from Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Let me put that on. Like that. Actually, I like their channels on Car Mechanic Simulator. There'd be many times I would just put that game on and just kind of fall asleep to the music. Dude, I have so many hours in that game. It's unbelievable, and it's the dumbest game ever. It's not as dumb as the lawn mowing game, but it's right up there. It's fun though, man. I love that game. I have hundreds of hours in the car mechanic simulators. Not so much the mobile one, but the one on the consoles, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I used to work in the car industry, and I'd finish like fixing a car, and then the next day I'd come into the shop and actually try to act like I knew what I was talking about. It didn't work. They still looked at me like, what the hell are you talking about? Man, are we getting out of the soup at all, or are we just gonna sit in soup all day? You hear how it sounds on real speaker. You know, one game that I can actually play now that I have a PC, is City Skylines 2. I think I can play it for free, but like I was so ready to put in work into that game last year when that game first came out, and the launch of that game was absolutely terrible. It's still broken, like it's still not available on Xbox. All right, why are we not climbing, dude? Yeah, that game still is not available on Xbox. Oh, we do need to put standard pressure in, though. Thanks for reminding me, New Zealand. You're supposed to remind me about these technical things. Alright, we're good now. Very random music to be fixing a car to. Like, I've known a lot of mechanics in my time. I've never really known one to listen to, like, house music, club music, while they were fixing a car. That's alright, dude. Everybody drops the ball every once in a while. Alright, once we get up to cruising altitude, I'll increase the speed of the sim. I'm sure I'll get a copyright strike on... Not a strike, but a violation saying that they're not going to monetize the video, which is okay, YouTube. None of my stuff's monetized anyway, so send me all the messages you want. Send them all to me, YouTube. All messages welcome. Crazy how stormy it is over here today. We're almost out of it. Dude, sometimes you gotta change the blinker fluid. Sometimes you have to. Dylan Mulvaney's alright. He's pretty fun to listen to every once in a while. I don't know a whole lot of them, but I've listened to a couple of things. Well, good luck changing your blinker fluid. I know getting the screws off sometimes.
219,
Bit of a
climb and
bitch.
maintain flight level 400.
Climb and maintain flight level 400. Act 3, 19.
What'd they say? 430? 400. Yeah, I'll have to check her out. I'll have to listen more. Another game I'd like to play on PC to see if it's any different is SnowRunner. I have a lot of hours. I think I played every DLC in SnowRunner. Every DLC. There's like 8 maps or whatever. I think I have all of them for Xbox. I'm sorry, for PlayStation. On my PS4. That was where I put up most of the work in on that game, was on PS4. Oh yeah, I forgot we have our bathroom seat we can look at. Yeah, forgot about that. We save our bathrooms. Basically, all it is just driving around and taking material from one area to another, or towing a vehicle. But I don't know, I just like the different vehicles. I love the music that they have in that game. Music is awesome. And it was, for me, it was more of a, I don't want to say an ASMR thing, but it was more an audio thing for me with that game than the actual mechanics of the game. Something about the engines and the music, and then like machines. And I like
219, climb and maintain flight level 430.
Climb and maintain flight level 430. Act 3, 19.
I liked a lot of the story behind like the different DLCs, you know, like over in Russia, you know, building all this infrastructure so they could send a rocket into space, and Wisconsin, you know, being flooded out. And but no, there's really not much else to do in that game. Whoa! Yeah, other than just driving from one spot to another. I liked a lot of the mods too, like a lot of the modded trucks. Oh yeah, there's like 8 DLCs for SnowRunner. Now the game they came out with like a year ago or 2 years ago. I forget what it's called, but it was like a SnowRunner type vehicle. That game I'm not a fan of at all. I tried it. I put about 10 hours into it. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get into the game at all. I forget what it was called. The Expeditions. It's called. No, don't tell me that. Oh yeah, it sure is. I think I don't think that has to do. I don't think that's the same problem as last time. I can get rid of the yoke. There we go. Now it's not tilted at all. Yeah, I don't think that's the same issue as before. I think it's because of the wind. Actually, where is our wind showing? I don't have the wind showing here. Wind is usually an option on these screens. Yep. Sensors, traffic. And we can't do PFD. I wonder how to get the weather to show up. Not the weather, but the wind. thinking. The wind. Here we go. Yeah, 62 knots. That might be why our yoke's a little cocked. Hit the back button at your own risk. Our plane almost got knocked out of autopilot because we hit the back. There we go. Now we got our wind. We got to get over these clouds at some point. There we go. Now we're starting to get over the clouds. The other seat didn't save. I must hit the wrong button. Yeah, I just unlocked in career mode. After I did the last flight, I had a mission waiting for me that I need to complete in order to unlock the rest of them. So now we can do firefighting missions as well. So I have pretty much everything unlocked in career mode, except for being able to hoist the rescue missions using a hoist to get them up. I have to do, I think, 3 more search and rescue missions, which maybe I'll do one of those after this. Do a search and rescue mission. Maybe there'll be one over by the Alps that I can do, like I wanted to do the other day. But they spawn randomly, I guess. These clouds are tall as hell, man. Alright, what cruise mode are we in? I mean, climb mode. Let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I know, right? I mean, we're just getting over 30,000 feet. I mean, those clouds are still tall as hell out here. You know what? There is a way to do that. That's right. You have to put it in the file folder somehow on the computer. That's right. I remember thank you. I remember reading about that. I know it's not here, but I just want to turn the temperature up for everybody. It's a little bit. I might have to go back and read the manual. Oh, here's audio. Oh no, that's just female. Yeah, I'll have to read about that. There is a way to do it. I remember reading about that before. I believe there's a way to do it in the Bay 146 and the RJ as well. Oh, is our plane off course again? Well, I tell you what, man, this
Autopilot.
This Flight Simulator 2024, man, has got some issues. That's for sure. With staying on point with navigation. It might. All right, let me level the wings out and we'll go back into heading mode. I don't know why this thing is falling out of navigation. Unless I hit something when I was just playing around, but I don't think I did. Let's try navigation mode again. And I don't mind flying in heading mode. That's no big deal. Or even in VOR mode, but seems like there's something with, I don't know if it's with the WASM, you know, folder, or there's something going on with Microsoft 2024 where non-vanilla planes are falling out of autopilot. Like, this is not the vanilla version of the one that comes with the game. And I just had it with the RJ as well, which is not a vanilla version. Very weird, it just falls out. Get our sim rate up, ready. And increase the speed.
Contact Albuquerque Center on 125.075.
You know what? That's very true.
On 125.075. AX319.
Yeah, you are right. It is not the autopilot simulator. Yeah, I mean, we could have been hit by a gust of wind that knocked us out of autopilot too.
19 morning, climbing through flight level 390 to reach flight level 430.
AX319, Albuquerque Center, good morning.
Yo, Chad, I just want to tell you, you're doing a real good job handling the comms today. Oh, we never put fuel in here.
Just doing my thing, bro.
Shit, can I add fuel to it now? Yes, I can. It'll auto land, yeah. There's no auto land button. You just have to be in approach mode and just do an ILS landing. All right, that didn't work. Let me try flight performance, fuel. There we go. We got more fuel. Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on Skybro. Anytime something bad like that happens, you just blame it on our co-pilot. Well, we're getting blown around up here, man. I wonder if you get used to that, like as a real pilot, like when you're flying these little planes, or even the big ones, I guess. Like when you get hit by a wind, a gust that just takes you like that. I wonder if you just get used to it, or like does it freak you out every time you get hit by one of those? Like when you're just kind of like bouncing around like a washing machine. All right. Okay, let's go down to 41,000 feet. Chad, co-pilot, please request flight level 410.
Yo, Gregory requesting flight level 410.
All right, VNAV.
AX319 requesting flight level 410.
AX3219, climb and maintain flight level 410.
Climb and maintain flight level 410. AX319.
Yeah, it was supposed to go to 43,000 feet. I think the top is 45, I think, with this airplane. But whatever, 41,000 is okay with me. All right, and we'll get up to our cruising speed. And we can set our sim rate now. It is. It's almost like flying like throwing a paper airplane, just like seeing it bounce around. We're in 2x. I don't really want to go too much higher than 2x. I think it'll just fall out of autopilot. We got about 56 minutes roughly till we descend. In a normal game, it'd be 56 minutes. Yeah, I do. I usually just keep it on 2x. I mean, we'll still be cruising for about a half an hour probably, even on 2x. I could turn off live weather for a while. Let me turn off live weather for a while. That way we can see the ground. Hang on a second. You can always put live weather back on. All right, is the airplane going to go up or down? Let's see. Gonna go up a little bit. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I've had something similar like that happen. It didn't flip me over, but it knocked me out of autopilot. I thought that was funny as hell. Are we really at Mach 0.7? No, we're only on 6.42. Why are we not at... All right, now we can go back. Even know where we're at right now. See. River, New Mexico right now. On the J76. I like this sim link. All the info it has at hand for you. Couldn't get this to work on Xbox. Couldn't download, like if Xbox could allow you to download things, it would be great if they would allow you to do that. That's right, New America. Or in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's the area that you can't go to until you've already put 80 hours into the game. Actually, I like that part of the map a lot, actually. That was a nice part of the map to run around in. I just wish I could have run around it as John. I'm sorry, as Arthur, not as John. I was really upset, like, actually, at the end of the game when Arthur died. I was like, no, man, you spent all this time getting attached to this character and either making him a complete badass or making him a good guy. And then at the end, like, your horse dies, gets his head blown off in front of you, and the guy that you thought was like a father figure to you for years just betrayed you. Oh, well, that's your fault, Bobby. Spoilers ahead, even though the game's like 6 years old. I still mess around with Red Dead. I bought it a second time for the Xbox. Yeah, I'd love me some. I didn't really get down with the online, the multiplayer, but the campaign was amazing. Gotcha. Yeah, GTA 5 was lit. That was an awesome game. Red Dead 2 was awesome. I still get down with GTA 5 every once in a while, man. There's still some missions I go back and play. One of my favorite missions in GTA 5 was when you're trying to save this one guy from the FIB building, and like the woman FIB was like, we're gonna shove this 12-inch flashlight straight up your ass until it comes out your mouth, and you're in this helicopter flying as Trevor. And then you switch to Michael, who's got the sniper rifle, and yeah, that was a badass mission. And then the last mission of the game, where you're a bank robber, you're robbing that big ass bank. That was fun as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself for a second, guys. Be right back. right. What's that? Yeah, I think it's going to go good. We haven't crashed the airplane yet. That's pretty good. We have more people watching than likes, which is not good, but that's okay. I guess some people are watching, they don't have fingers. You know, I don't know. Maybe they don't have fingers. I don't. All right, we're still on 2x. We haven't crashed yet. That's good. I want to try to see if we can see the Aurora Borealis one day. Tomorrow night, we're going to do another sightseeing type mission. I think we're going to fly through either the Andes down in South America, or we're going to take a hill. Either way, it's going to be probably in a helicopter. We did the Grand Canyon last week. I think we're going to do the Andes or maybe the Alps and just fly like really low through the Alps, you know, as far as we can without getting too bored. But I noticed a lot of things like...
219, I'll start your descent in about 20 minutes.
You gonna read it back or not? He's still handling comms? Yeah, he's still handling comms. But yeah, I noticed that when you're flying around in those kind of areas, there's a lot of stuff to see. And you don't have to download the areas anymore to get all the cool shit. I don't know what you're talking about a height limit. If you're talking to me, I have no clue. But no, I don't think there's a height limit. If you're asking me. Oh, that I don't know. I haven't tried to take an airplane past 60,000 feet. I have no idea. When I flew the Concorde, we got to 60,000, but I don't know actually how high you can go. I mean, I guess you can go as high as the airplane will take you. Yeah, flying to the moon would be great. Oh, I got all excited yesterday when I was on Microsoft 2020. I logged in. Low fuel again? Jeez. All right, well, let's put more fuel in. When I logged in, I saw that it had the Space Center down from Florida. I was like, no way, we can like fly like a shuttle. And it was just scenery. I almost spent $30 on scenery on the old game. Okay, I could borrow your F-22. Well, you know, I don't know which plane I have that'll go the highest. I have a lot of planes. I have the F-35. I have the B-2 bomber. I don't know if that goes higher than the F-22. You'll have to figure that out. I'll have to look at my different planes and see which one the highest altitude one is. I don't know if there's so much a limit that the game caps you at. I think it's just a limit that the airplanes have. Oh, Captain Sim made a... Oh yeah, I'm lining up for that one. I'm gonna get my I'm gonna get right online and buy that thing immediately. Everybody turn this video off and go buy that Captain Sim shuttle right away. I'm sure it's going to be very high quality on the inside. I heard all the mechanics are from the Asobo A320. All the flight mechanics and the way the buttons interact with it's all. And he took screens from the virtual Cole E190. Fair enough. Error message. We'll just do it from here. Don't miss it. It's either going to go really good or really bad. So, yeah, don't miss it. Going to go one of those two ways. Oh, I forget. I can pull the charts up on the damn screen here. I forgot about that. You know what? I didn't do it that often when I was on Xbox, just because a lot of times, at least for my Xbox, even with the X, I'd get a lot of crashes and a lot of black screens whenever I would try to interact or do too much with these navigation screens. But shouldn't really get that anymore, I would think, now that I have this now. So 108.9. All right, we got that in both places. And we need to get down to 9,000 feet. And we have a circle of 10,500. That'll be our floor. And we have a 30-degree heading. All right, very good. Should be pretty close to the top of our descent. I might just leave the weather like this for the remainder of the flight. Unless somebody wants to see like a storm or... But part of the reason I like flying over this area quite a bit, because I like looking at the ground. Just like I like flying over the Middle East. Like, I just imagine like all these ripples and shit that are on the ground. That had to have been from this area being underwater at some point for like millions of years. I mean, wind could do it over time, I guess. But it's just the striations are very weird and far. There was a couple of dudes that used to go on the Joe Rogan podcast that would talk about this kind of stuff. They would talk about like the Young Adrias tribe.
X3219, contact Denver Center on 118.575.
Switching to Denver Center on 118.575. X319.
Traffic coming towards us. Now it's away. Yeah, I forget there was two dudes that would come in there and talk, and they would bring all of this documentation, like backing up their theories and things like that about melting of ice caps and huge glaciers.
X319, Denver Center, good morning.
Yeah, we got a tour guide. Yo, tour guide, is there anything cool you can tell us about the area?
At hour 2 o'clock, about 10 miles out, you'll see the stunning Chuska Mountains. These mountains are part of the Navajo Nation and are known for their unique rock formations and beautiful vistas. Legend has it that the mountains were formed by a giant who threw boulders in a fit of rage, creating the rugged landscape we see today.
Oh, that's just as good of a theory, I guess, as being underwater. At about 20 minutes until then. I turned it off because I couldn't make out that icon at first. Yeah, I guess it could be from giants. I mean, that's good as aliens coming down to Earth, I guess. I like to believe in aliens more than I believe in a giant. Maybe the alien was a giant. You know, I mean, if you look at like ancient Egypt and a lot of like the murals that they made and all that, like the type of animals and the type of gods that they were drawing, they don't look human. I believe, I don't know if it's so much aliens, but I do think there's different dimensions. And
AX3219, whenever you'd like, descend and maintain flight level 300.
Descend and maintain flight level 300. AX319.
there was a study that came out recently. I want to say it was from Harvard about you can
219, descend and maintain flight level 290.
Descend and maintain flight level 290. X319.
something about how you can, I don't know if it was reversing time. It had something to do with time, and it was like a real thing that they were able to figure out. I don't remember. I'll have to find the article and put it on Discord. I think I saved it. But yeah, I do believe there's different dimensions. But yeah, I think civilizations years ago, they have been just as high tech as us. But it's been so long since they've been around. Not like around the time of Jesus and like the Egyptians, but like even before that. You know, they were doing some studying over in the Amazon. They had this certain type of infrared camera on the bottom of this helicopter, and they were able to see like 3 miles into the earth, and it was showing a huge city like 3 miles under the earth. Crazy. I mean, there's a good chance that a lot of that stuff just got washed away or destroyed after, you know, being out in the environment for so long. Man, we are nosediving. Minus 6,400 feet per minute. Good lord. That's not so good. Might need to change our descent schedule. Actually, look at our descent schedule. I think being under 30,000 feet now, we'll get off of Mach and go back to knots. So we shouldn't have that issue again, I would think. And you are cranking that yoke awful hard, dude. Here, let's ease it up a little bit. Oh, looks like we're falling out of autopilot again. Hang on a second.
Autopilot.
Whoa. I got it cranked all the way, by the way. Oh yeah, our airplane's broken. Aileron's messed up somehow again. Alright, well, let's do a mission. Nah, we'll just go to career mode. Actually, we'll be okay. Hang on a second. Oh, actually, nothing's working at all on my... The yoke's not even working. Oh, it's because it's still in auto throttle. Alright, let's get control of this airplane again. I don't know why. Something's going on with the ailerons behind the scenes. I could try thrust vectoring next time. If I had a yoke that I could do split, like if I had it set where I could do split yokes, I'd have to like look down and grab it real quick and throw one up and then pull one down, but I could try it next time if it happens. The same thing happened twice earlier today with the RJ, one on stream and one when I was practicing. Yes, I actually practiced. I don't usually do that, but I decided to today since that plane can be a little intense, I guess, at times with what you need to push and when you need to push it. Could be. Never experienced it with vanilla planes. Only planes like this, you know, that were bought. And it's not like we had the sim sped up. We didn't have live weather on, or I wonder if our everything is still safe for our flight plan. Let me see here. Yeah, we still have it set up. Okay. What about the radio? 108.9, that's good. But you know, while I'm in heading mode, let me set the course for our landing. While we're in heading mode. FMS. Set this to 30. Set number 2 for 30. And click on nav. Yeah, as much as I really want to stop using Microsoft 2020, I can't. I mean, would you? When it's there's still no marketplace, that's still coming. In 2 months. Roughly 2 months, still no marketplace. Most of the stuff I bought on 2020 I still can't bring over here and use properly. You know, been good. They got our money. That's what they cared about. They got our money, and then they gave us the middle finger. They were like, "See you, peace out, see you later." What patch? We didn't say anything about a patch. Show me the article. I don't believe it. I don't believe we ever said that we were gonna fix Microsoft 2024. Yeah, they used to promise a lot of stuff on those developer streams. Some of it's come to fruition. I tried to use the record feature today, but once I clicked record and I clicked on the dot to record it, I couldn't open the screen up again. I don't know. Maybe it downloaded a virus. Maybe it'll suck me into the Matrix later. Pull me into the world of Tron. That's a harsh world, man. That world of Tron. In both movies, Tron 1 and 2. That'd be tough to survive in a environment like that. MCP. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Tron, the original Tron from the 80s. That was a good, with the freshest of 1980 some graphics. Freshest of technology back then, or what they thought the future technology would be. All right, we're almost at our cruising altitude again. Yeah, it probably will be. Really, your town's called the Tron. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man, Tron was balling. I used to love that movie. I might have to watch that movie again. The second one I wasn't so keen on. Once they were in the world of Tron, it was okay, I guess, but I don't know. Oh no, I believe it's a nickname. I didn't think that was the actual name of your town. Right. Yeah. And MSFS 2050 will finally patch not being able to record and replay your flights. And we promise by then we'll have all your purchases ported over. Oh, I know. I have an Xbox Series X. Yep. That was what I used pretty much all the time until I got this PC. Yeah, it's crazy. But it's not just Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's every game, really. I mean, think of how many games going back to at least No Man's Sky. And how many games have come out since then, and they're just broken as hell. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the Series X, I had, outside of a couple of things not working every once in a while from updates, you know, like black screens and things like that, that Series X is a powerful-ass Xbox. The thing is, yeah, I really didn't want to get a computer for a long time. I still really don't want one. But there was just too many things I wanted to try that I couldn't do on Xbox. I know the Xbox could handle a lot of this stuff. Plain spot, yeah. There's a couple of mods I want from 2020 that I want to bring over 2024. Can't do it. Marketplace is coming in March, right? They'll release it with the 2028 version. Hold tight, folks. We almost have that marketplace for you. All right, let me speed this up a little. It could be. It'll be a mission. It'll be one of the final bosses in GTA 7. Final boss will unlock the marketplace for Microsoft 2028. Or actually, if it's GTA, it'll be Microsoft 2045. You'll finally get the marketplace after defeating the final boss of GTA 7. A no damage speedrun of GTA 7. It's cool looking out here, man. I wonder, I haven't flown over this part of the world ever, not at least this area. I don't know if it has those different colorings or not. I imagine it has something pretty close to that. I've flown over Chicago, Denver, I'm sorry, Colorado, Denver, Nevada, Arizona, but I never flew over like New Mexico or yeah, I went to Cabo San Lucas last time I went there. Our flight was from Chicago to Cabo. How far away are we from destination? Let me see here. Cabo San Lucas is the greatest, man. That's like my favorite spot to vacation. I had a flight I did a while ago on stream, and we were leaving the airport in Las Vegas, and we were taxiing. I'll have to find the video. I'll find it. I'll try to find it and put it on my Discord channel like today or tomorrow. But we were taxiing, and we hit this hole in the ground, and the hole in the ground sunk our airplane. We nose dove into the ground, and then we had to restart the sim. We had to restart the flight. Yeah, it's the craziest stuff. Or I don't know if you've ever had it or not, where everything's perfect. you line up on the runway. You're getting ready to start taking off. You start taking off and you hit a pothole in the runway. And then you get the crash screen. I've had that a lot of times. All right, we got about 30 miles to the destination. But we only need to drop about 19,000 feet. Wonder why we haven't started our descent to the airport, though. We're only 30 miles out, rough. Oh shit, I wonder if that restart knocked out Sayintentions as well.
X3 219,
There we go.
maintain 9,000.
Descend and maintain 9,000. X319.
All right, let's see if it does a nosedive again. Last time it had us going minus 6,400 feet per minute. 9,000 feet's a little low, isn't it? Shouldn't it be like 10.5? They're probably going to vector us over, but let me... Yeah, I mean, here's the chart right here. Oh, it does have 9,000. Oh, that's right. I was looking at the header. It has the circle. The diaphragm, the diagram around the, I can't bring it over, I don't think, can I? No, I can't. Yeah, I might have to quit it. But once I get a job again, I'll be quitting it during the day for sure.
AX3 219, turn left heading 180, vectors for the ILS runway 3 approach.
Left heading 180. Vectors for the ILS runway 3 approach. X319.
All right, looks like they're going to vector us in. Let me change our... I know, look at it. Yeah. Can I put the... Is this speed brake still? Yep, speed. Yeah, I'm putting the speed brake up. Engage the auto throttle real quick. Yeah, I told you this thing's like a sports car in the air. One of the best things I like about 24 is the career mode. Like, I still have been really enjoying that. This stuff is okay. I saw that I think 42, the company 42, they're coming out with like a sport utility vehicle where you can use it on ground. And I think, I mean, going on ground, if there was a better way to traverse it, I think there's a lot of really cool stuff you could look at on ground. Yeah.
AX3 219, contact Los Angeles Center on 133.2.
Wow, Los Angeles all the way from out here.
Los Angeles Center on 133.2. X319.
Good job, Bobby. Record time.
Los Angeles
It is.
AX319 morning, descending through flight level 200 to 10,000. AX319 Los Angeles Center, good morning.
Yeah, I think career mode's dumb as well. I like the missions, some of the missions though, especially when you like max out the tree, when you're doing like search and rescue missions and spraying the farms and stuff like that. I like those missions, but yeah, the career progression itself and then the career mode, I destroyed my airplane. Didn't have the right insurance for it. I was like, well, screw it. I'll just do missions for other people, and I don't really care about having a whole fleet of airplanes to myself when I can just do my own mission with them and fly what I want. Some of the training was okay that they had with it. The initial training was good, but like the later parts, I would have liked it if they would have had, I guess, more training on each of the parts just to make it a little longer. Oh yeah, you can own one. Yeah. Yeah, when you first start your company, you can get a airplane pretty cheap. But if you have the wrong insurance on it and you total it like I did, then it's going to cost you like 400,000 credits to get like a Cessna. I don't think I got mine until like level 35, I think. I think I was in the 30s when I got it. I'm like level 70 something now. Yeah, it was a little bit of a grind to get up to like the 30s, but once you start, one thing I don't know how much of the tree you've unlocked, but the more of the tree you unlock, the bigger the credits you'll start getting.
19 Los Angeles Center, turn right heading 260.
Right heading 260, Act 319.
Yeah, you start getting more and more access to missions that'll give you a lot more credits. Well, I mean like turning the whole tree green, like all the different spots. Let's put this thing in manual mode for speed. I have a feeling we're going to be landing here pretty soon. Right. Yeah. That'd be great if you could do it. Trade your, I look at abilities, speed. I forgot where speed bugs were. Oh, they're right there. Oh, we still got a little bit to speed up. Yeah, that'd be great. There's some sort of website where you could just bypass your progression altogether. But the thing is like when you unlock those spots on the tree, you'll be able to open them up quicker and quicker as you progress because you'll be earning more and more credits for missions that you're doing. But it's a little bit of a grind. I didn't really start unlocking a lot of the tree until I crashed the airplane. And once I totaled my airplane, then I started unlocking the tree. Yeah, I know. I still say we because I still play on the console when I can, but yeah, us console players, they do treat us like stepchildren. Or like we have leprosy. They can't handle it because they have an Xbox.
AX3219,
Yeah.
turn left heading 230.
Left heading 230, AX319.
Yeah, they probably will. Hey man, it's always good to talk to the King of the Skies. I had no idea we had such royalty in our chat tonight. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, O worthy, oh, most wonderful King of the Sky. Release to eat. Is Indigo, are you really Frank? Is that what your real name is, Indigo? Have you been posing as Frank the whole time? Frank hasn't seen us in a while.
9 miles from Carms, turn right heading 315 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 3 approach.
I know, I'm just messing around with you.
Right heading 315 until established on the localizer. Cleared. ILS runway 3 approach. Act 319.
Alright, 315, let's lower our speed. Yeah, I agree. I want that F-15. What's up, gamer? How you doing, dude? Got the localizer is armed. That's Sayintentions.ai. I'll put it in the chat. Ugh. Sorry, the keyboard's on a weird angle. I don't really agree with the angle that they have us attacking this from. Let me turn the localizer off for now. You know what? It's pretty similar in a lot of ways. It's just with this one you have to pay for it, but it's got usually a lot more choices and kind of customize things more from what I've seen. But I mean, Beyond ATC has a lot of good stuff with it as well. It's essentially the same thing. But yeah, I've been pretty happy with Sayintentions. It's easy to set up. It's worked with pretty much everywhere in the world that I've flown, except earlier today when I was over in Croatia, it wouldn't allow me to do certain things, but overall it's good.
AX3219, contact Canyon Tower on 119.0.
I have it set up right now to for the co-pilot to do all the talking.
119.0.
Yeah. Look at that. They had us miss our turn. Those bastards. Alright, I'm turning off the ATC.
Canyon Tower, Act 319 morning. We're established on...
No, we're not, bitch. You guys vectored me wrong. That's the one problem I have so far with Sayintentions. And if you're listening Sayintentions, which I know you do every once in a while, that's bad. I know it's just a game, but I'm paying for your services, and I would like for the shit to work the way it should work. If you're gonna take me off my flight plan that you have access to and that you see, if you take me off of that flight plan and you vector me correctly. You had me vectored correctly until you didn't tell me the vector towards the airport. Unless that's my bad, unless I'm just supposed to make that turn automatically. Either way, I'm never wrong when it comes to this. Alright, let me turn back towards the airport. That's crazy. Miltech Sims has really good carriers. I like theirs a lot. I've flown a lot, like, off the carriers from Miltech Sims on 2020. Those things are awesome. Yeah, Miltech's awesome. Yeah, they should add that in. Now that I'm thinking about what just happened, that probably was my fault, actually. Because I did say we were cleared to land. I guess I just didn't process it. Alright, let's arm the localizer. Localizer's captured. You'd be able to land. You'd be okay. Only time you'd have a bad landing is when it glitches. That's the only time I have bad landings, too. Yeah, I don't know. Well, the oil rigs, they have for, well, they're one for missions. When you get certain helicopters in career mode, you can take off from the carriers, but yeah, they have them really just for, I guess, for role-playing or for imaginary purposes, so you can pretend like you're going from one carrier to another. I mean, just for nonsense, really. Just to start your helicopter on one and take off from one, I guess, or try to land on one. They look pretty cool at night. They're lit up pretty cool. They got flames that come out of them, and usually the landing pads are pretty cool. Maybe we could use them as carriers. You do it with the Harrier, with the Osprey. Just only vertical takeoff airplanes allowed. All right, let me click approach mode now that the glide slope has shown up to the party.
Vertical track.
Some flaps down. Put our landing gear down. And we need to get down to about 120, I think. $113. Okay, there we go. We're all set for our landing, then we'll just do it manually when we get a little closer. See if we can grease this landing like we did the one earlier today. I wish I had the landing rate calculator for this. I wish it was available for 2024. I bet you that thing would have been under 100. That was a smooth landing. Best one I ever had was -1. I'll do my best. Get that soft and buttery landing. It happens every once in a while. Every once in a while, I get a good landing. It shouldn't be overly difficult since we have live weather turned off. Yeah. Well, no, I had one on Xbox. It was from 2Pilot, I think. It was a landing rate calculator. I think it was like $2 or $3. And it was great. It was really cool. Yeah, they have one available. But yeah, it would be nice if G's was available for Xbox. Yeah, it's in the marketplace. It's either from 4Simmers or from 2Pilot. Might be 4Simmers. Yeah, it'll come back, I'm sure, at some point, but... Alright, we're about 2,000 feet above ground.
2,000.
From our resident pilot's not in the chat tonight, but we have a real pilot that's part of our community here, and he's on here often. I believe most of the time the flare you need to like kill the throttle and then just pitch back just a little bit. If New Zealand was still here, he could explain it. That's probably why. Yeah, we're probably going too fast. Just try to tail strike every time you land, and then you'll be fine. Yeah, just aim for a tail strike every time, and you'll get high score every time, I promise. Are we about 1,000? Oh, we're close enough.
Autopilot.
I'm going to leave the auto throttle on until we get... Actually, I don't really care. I'll leave the auto... I don't know. I might kill the auto throttle when I get a little closer. I have a habit of looking at the chat while I'm doing this, and it always screws me up. I'm doing my best to not look at the chat while I'm doing this tonight. Get ready to kill the auto throttle here in a moment.
500.
Barbara, you said that like you were sleeping. I think Barbara's a little drunk.
300.
Alright, let's kill the auto throttle. Yaw dampener.
200. 100. 50. 30. 10.
I'm not trying to float. All right, kill the
5.
I am, bitch. That's butter. Floated a little bit, but once I killed the engines, we were good. All right, let me do a search and rescue mission. Yeah, that was nice, dude. Let's do a search and rescue mission. I want to see if there's one in the Alps available. For our DEI Airways. Under $2,000 a PC. I got it on Amazon. It was like $1,800, I think. It's got the GeForce RTX 4070. Got 64 gigs of RAM. It's a Lenovo. It's not like some off-the-wall brand from China. You give me a second, I'll find it. I'll put it in the chat. Give me a second here. Move my mic. I gotta pull it up on Amazon and I'll put it in the chat. Here we go. All right, let's see here. Still no search and rescues over the Alps. That's crazy. Oh, wait a minute. They're still loading in. Nope. Got a medevac. We can spray a field. No, it doesn't have prime delivery now. Oh, I want to do one of those search and rescue missions, so let me, because I need to do those in order to open up the other missions that I want to do. So I know they have one here in Canada. At the Masonsville one, yeah, I'm not doing that one again. That one you have to glitch to do it. I wound up doing the glitch, but I don't want to do it again. You have to land on top of a tree to get it to work. All right, we can do this search and rescue mission here. To get my controller connected, because I treat this like a video game, this part. Yeah, not FedEx Flight 80. You might be waiting a while to get that one. All right, let's do this one mission, then I'm gonna call it a night. True. A lot of people that drop those packages off and that handle those packages, they give two shits about what you got in the packages. Hang on, I gotta turn the HUD on. I usually fly outside the airplane, so I like to have the I like to have the HUD. You can do minimal since we're in an airplane. I usually use the full HUD when I'm in the helicopters. That way I can see what percentage, you know, our collective is at. Oh, and I got words turned off too. Shit. I think you just... Well, sometimes they have you land. Or sometimes they just have you spot them, and then that's it. I guess we're going to find out. I think I've only done one other one in... Oh, you know what? I wonder if I need to do it in a helicopter. Hang on a second. Let me quit this mission real quick. Let's abort this mission.
For departure.
Abort!
AX3 care, 12 green light.
Try again, buddy. I think it has to be in a helicopter. Does search and rescue hoist. Yeah, I need 5 more. All right, it has to be in a helicopter. All right, let's find one with a helicopter. I think Australia is like the only place that they're available right now. Medevac now. All right, let's go to Australia. I know there's some down there. They used to have a bunch in the Alps, but not anymore. I don't know what happened to them. All right, here we go. They might do a segment by segment. That's funny. This helicopter, I can kind of, I don't know, get my controller connected. I'll stick with my Xbox controller for now. I might switch to my flight stick at some point. Graphics are great. This one, if you're talking to me, no. This one, I don't think. Oh, hang on. I need to put the photo on. No, that helicopter's still one of my favorite. That thing is so detailed. That Huey. I'd love to have that helicopter here.
Hawk 9 AX3 ready for takeoff.
Yeah.
EX3 Hawk 9 acknowledged.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm gonna turn off the other music because this has music that plays as well.
Good to see you, team. We've got a missing person in the mountainous region of Gihi. His name's Michael. He decided to climb a summit earlier today and never came back. Since we've had no communication since then,
If his decision,
we're worried he might need help.
that's a bad decision he made.
Time to coordinate with other authorities.
Shouldn't have made that decision.
Yankee Golf Echo India Traffic AX 3 Alpha Uniform Sierra 8211 is taxiing to runway 14.
I have a lot of the assists turned off, making it more difficult for me to control. Hang on a second. Let me use my flight stick. I'm going to restart and use my flight stick. Give me a second. These helicopters are near impossible to fly with a controller. I tried it. It didn't work. So screw it. We'll put the flight stick in place. Helo, we should. Okay, let's try this again now. Why are you not moving, buddy?
Yankee Golf, Echo India Traffic AX 3 Alpha Uniform, Sierra 8211, taking off runway 14 departure to the east.
It's so difficult to control these helicopters with a Xbox controller unless you have all the assists turned on. If you have all the assists turned on, it's much easier.
No news so far, but the family thanks you for your help. They're really worried. We all hope
But a flight stick makes it a lot easier.
AX3 Hawk 9. Every second counts. The sooner you get on site, the better. This area is very hostile. Anything can happen down there.
1 second. And if I had foot pedals, that would make it a whole lot easier. I want to turn subtitles on. But yeah, I love flying outside. Sitting inside this helicopter, it's very difficult to like see everything. The gauges are okay, but like it's very cumbersome to have to like take your mouse and like search around, and then you lose kind of track of where you're at on the ground, like we're like listing over there like that. Like I'd like flying these from the outside. I don't treat this like a simulator, this part of the game. I like treating this like a game. Mission. Let's just treat it like a video game. You can do all the real shit in free flight mode. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to fly over that mountain. Oh no, our search area is coming up, actually. Sometimes the last one I did over here, we had to go over that mountain all the way in the back of the screen. So I have to complete 5 more of these. And then after that, I'll be able to hoist survivors. Right now, I have to land on the ground. They jump in the helicopter, and then I think the other ones are going to be like medevac ones. Right now, it's just like finding people that are alive that just got lost. But when we do 5 more of these, it'll unlock the other missions, which will give us access to the H225, the bigger Airbus version. And where we can actually hoist people up. Oh no, there's no autopilot on here. By the way, if you have been trying to fly the H225 and you're on Xbox or you're using a controller, if you're like me, you can't get the thing off the ground at all. No matter what you do, the collective and the throttle don't raise. Not just in the game, like what you see, but just in general, like it doesn't work. However, if you use a flight stick, it'll work. I don't know why. I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
3 Hawk 9. How is it going up there? You're approaching the search area?
But I tried it with my flight stick like a week ago,
Keep us posted.
and it worked perfectly. I don't get it. As soon as I plugged in the flight stick, it worked immediately. Do I have a button on my... I'm sorry to do this. I just want to see if I have the tablet on my flight stick here. I don't think I do. Sometimes I use the tablet when I'm searching for people. No. Can't pull the tablet up on here. Tablet's just not an option. Let me see what this is called. Oh, EFB is what it's called. Let me put that one on drone mode. I don't really. So let's do that. Let's get rid of the other lateral trim on this flight. Ah, yeah, much better.
The last known position is right in this area. His backpack is orange, easy to spot.
Sometimes it takes a few minutes to find these jokers. Sometimes they're right in the beginning. Sometimes you have to search around quite a bit, but you have to get kind of close in an attempt to see anything. Let's go over in this little valley here first. I believe last time I rescued somebody from over here. There's a lot of people that get lost over here. You know, I think I found, this is my third person I'm searching for over here. I don't know what these people are looking for. Is there like there a certain species of kangaroo they're looking for, or gold, or no? Hiking, could be hiking done. I was joking about them looking for. No, I agree. They probably do a lot of hiking out here. Let's go up this way first. Now, did you realize it while you were hiking? Or did you realize it like one day just kind of sitting around? It just came to your mind that you just didn't like it anymore. Did it happen while you were actually hiking? Sometimes when you get close to the survivor, the chick on the radio will start talking to you again. And if it takes you too long, usually they'll pop out some sort of orange smoke where the survivor is. I hear you. See if he's next level. Oh yeah, that's right. I think there's a whole open area out here after this initial part, if I remember correctly. There's like a huge plateau, and search over here first so we can rule it in or out. I love flying helicopters in the simulator. I'm glad they did a good job with helicopters, at least, because that's a lot of what they were advertising. You know, when we were all waiting for this to come out, the ads that they would put out, like a huge majority of the ad was missions with helicopters. So I'm glad they at least made them somewhat fun to fly. I wish that they would have made the interiors a bit better, but I guess, you know, being that this is Microsoft, you just kind of wish in one hand and shit in the other. Yeah, if you're using a, yeah, Xbox controller, hell yeah. Part of these missions, the reason I like them, it's kind of fun looking at the terrain. Not so much saving the person or really even flying the helicopter.
Should be easy to spot. It's bright orange. Can't miss it.
I just like looking at the scenery because it's awesome. Even when I was playing on Xbox, I loved it. Alright, I don't think he's out here. I mean, if you can get a good price on a yoke, you know, I don't know. In 2020, I didn't use the yoke a whole lot. I didn't really start using the yoke a whole lot until I was playing 2024, to be honest. Like, I would use it periodically on certain airplanes, but now if I could get away with flying these helicopters with the controller, I probably wouldn't use the yoke at all. But the yoke gives it a little bit more realism, I guess, too, in some ways. This yoke is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty inexpensive, and it's always worked well for me. I mean, it's always done what I've asked it to do. It does work on helicopters. I don't like putting all the assist settings on. And with the helicopters here, it seems like with an Xbox controller, the only way I can really get the helicopters to fly somewhat decently with the controller is by having all the different assist features turned on. And I didn't find it as challenging or as fun, so I don't know why they do it. I don't know. It would be nice if they made it more user-friendly. Maybe not so much for free flight, but at least for like missions and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. And no matter how hard you hold down one of the triggers, it's still spinning. I don't think he's out here. Over here. Gotta be around here somewhere. I think he is gone, man. I think some sort of huge ass snake or some sort of lizard, maybe some creature we've never even seen before that's living out here. Yeah, he gone. Unless I'm just looking in the wrong places. I'll be around here somewhere. That's the way we came up. He's probably down here. I think I did a mission with an airplane in one of these where I actually had to land the airplane to get him. And the way I think it was actually the way I had to land the airplane, it was like on this weird incline. I don't know why I'm bringing that back up again now. I just thought of it again from earlier when we were getting ready to do that other mission. Hey, show yourself, backpack.
Spotting someone in this area is a challenge, but if something stands out, that's where you want to look closer.
Well, we must be close, because you are the McGovern. Guffin. Gotta be around here somewhere. Climb. Oh, we already looked up top here. Maybe not. Come on, buddy. Show yourself. This is Australia. The east part of Australia. Not too far from Sydney, I think. But yeah, it's on the east coast of Australia. Yeah, we definitely haven't been over here yet. Gotta be around here somewhere. Come on, Michael. Where are you at? Set off some smoke so we can see it. I don't want to fly too high up in the air because sometimes it doesn't render. And then you won't see him, even though like, you could be like flying over top of him, but you won't see it because it just doesn't show, you know, images from that far away. Probably a little more north. Come on, altitude. Maybe he's in the middle of the map. I can't remember the last time I found somebody in the middle of the map. Usually they're like right on the outskirts. Maybe he's out here. And this guy is really good at playing hide and seek. He's so good, nobody can find him. So do you. You're still watching it. I don't really have the patience for it, but I have to do it in order to get to the missions I want to get to. So it's either I just put in the 20 minutes or whatever to do it, and yeah, like I don't really look forward to doing these a whole lot. I don't mind the scenery. Like the scenery part of it is cool. I like looking at all the scenery and shit. But the actual mission itself now. Once I get to next level missions, then I don't think I'll ever do these again. I'm gonna go back the other way here in a moment. Once I get to the edge of this circle here. I don't see him, but he's got to be around here somewhere. It's not really that hard to spot. Like, once you see it, you know, you can see it. Maybe that comment made no sense of Alright, reached the end here. Let's turn around. I'm hoping we find him on this swipe. It'd be nice if the orange circle was treated like how they do in like the pesticide missions where you have to spray like chemicals from an airplane and shit. And helicopters, after you spray a certain part of the land, it changes the color on the HUD. It takes it from like that orange, it takes it to a green color. It would be nice if they did that for here, that way you're not like overlapping. Down there. Same. Continue to search around here. I might just get frustrated here in the next 5 minutes and just shut it off. I've done that a few times too. That's why I've only done 5 of these. But I mean, this is only a 2-star rated mission. Like, it shouldn't be this difficult.
Axe 3? Any news? There's got to be a sign somewhere. I know it's hard to see anything with this rugged terrain.
Alright, so he's got to be in this area here, because this is like the 3rd time she's spoken up when we've been around here. Let's take a look. Go down to this ledge down here. I'm wondering if he's down here. And where the hell is this guy at? Is there an option just to quit and come back to base? Oh, nice lady on the phone. Now, I'm about done with this mission. I mean, we've looked everywhere, pretty much. Unless he's up on that, the edge of that rock, which I don't think we looked at yet. See, I'm about over this mission. Come back another day. Try again some other time. I know we looked here. This is not the mountain part of the rock I was talking about. It's up on our right side. Part coming up here on the right. I don't think we've fully looked over there yet. Part of me wants to give up. The other part of me doesn't want to give up because I don't want the game getting the better of me. Like, I want to beat the level. And I don't want to try it again. It's got to spawn sometime. Come on, buddy. Where are you at? There's people looking for you. People care. Don't you want to get back to McDonald's? Don't you want a cheeseburger? No, you do. Oh shit. Oh no.
Hawk 9, AX3. No need to search that far.
All right, maybe now we'll find them. Maybe now we'll find him now that the game reset. It's very hard to tell which way is up and down with that angle I was looking at. I was just trying to do that angle so I could see what's around me. Alright, let's fly back to where we were at. That's where she was talking to. Unless he's all the way down here at the bottom of this ravine here. No, we came in. We looked at that. We looked at that when we first came in. Part of me doesn't think he'd be up in the mountains that high, though. Just based on other missions that I've done, but I don't see anywhere to land over here, so I really doubt he's over here. This is a good camera angle, I think, for searching. Got just enough depth to kind of understand what your pitch and roll is of the helicopter and your altitude. And you get a pretty good visual of the ground. Didn't really expect to have this kind of difficulty finding this guy with a level like a 2-star difficulty. I've done 4-star ones of these where it's been way easier to find the guy. Oh, I wonder if he's over here by this water. Did I search over? Find him over. I remember doing one of these and like the only place I could land was like in the water. Is there anybody out? Out.
Still nothing, Captain? Nothing for the moment, I guess. Anything out of the ordinary will pop here. I'm sure you're on the right track.
Well, that leads me to believe that we are. Heading this direction at a somewhat low altitude and see if we catch something. Difficult to find this guy. Susan, anything else you want to say? Are we getting closer? Can't believe there's still no trace of this guy. This guy really is lost. Maybe he's in another dimension. Maybe the dimensional aliens got him. Yeah. Yeah. Guy's hiding pretty good. I haven't been able to find him yet. We're close though, because she's talked to us a couple of times. So that leads me to believe we're on the right track. I kind of want to hit the button and tell her we found him, and then see if that generates the smoke, because sometimes that'll do that. Like if you play with them enough, tease them, and use the intercom without finding him, sometimes it'll trigger the backpack to go up. We're about done with this mission. I'm gonna give him about 5 more minutes. If I can't find this dude in 1 more minute, I'll just do it some other time. haven't searched down here. Let me see if he's on this one. And these Australians are real good at hiding in the forest, man. They're so good, we can't even find them at all. Can't even find them from 500 feet in the air. Like, I don't want to give up. But it might be one of these where it's glitched. Where, like, the survivor just doesn't show up. Around here. There's only so many places you could really look because he's not going to be on the side of a mountain. Gotta be in one of these. You have to be able to land the helicopter. Every time we've come up to like this spot here, that lady's always come over on the intercom saying, "Have you found him yet? Have you seen anything? I think you're on the right track." We're about done with this one. Thank you, Microsoft, for making such excellent missions. Thank you, Asobo. Whoever's behind this bullshit, thank you for making it near impossible. They really should have treated the mini-map on these levels like they do with the, like I said a few minutes ago, where the ones where you spray the fields with the fertilizer and shit. When you spray those fields, it turns the mini-map a different color, so you know where you sprayed. They should definitely have that for this. Show you areas you've already searched. And we're flying low enough where something would pop out if he was somewhere.
AX3, I told you, don't use this frequency for fun. Only if you have something important for us.
Well, they have these rescue missions where you're flying airplanes as well. But I'm trying to unlock a certain type of helicopter mission, and I have to do 10 of these search and rescue ones in order to do that. All right, dude. Yeah, I hope I find Mike. I got like 2 more minutes. If I don't find him in 2 more minutes, I probably am going to turn it off. Yeah, Don. See you later, man. It was good seeing you tonight. I can't remember the last time I had this kind of trouble finding somebody. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd have to hit that button again, see if I can trigger the smoke. Get that lady all mad at me again. Told you not to use this frequency. My bad. Told you not to send me on any more of these stupid missions. I told you to change the color of my HUD after I search a place. That's why I'm pushing the button again. There's like nobody around.
Hang in there. What you're doing can change lives.
Oh yeah. I mean, I just cannot believe it. I sound like a broken record. Like every, like, 2 minutes. I can't believe it. I can't. I'm going to turn it off. I can't believe it. I want to turn it off so bad. I really do. I really want to go back to watching Hell's Kitchen, playing solitaire, and eating some dinner. Well, it's the Microsoft Solitaire. Like, they have the daily challenges. And then get ready to go to sleep. But I don't want to turn this off without finding him because I need to do a certain amount of these missions. But it's just, this one might be glitched. I've come across that on a few of these missions where they're glitched. Not just the search and rescue, but just missions in general. Very pretty out here in the on this part of Australia. Like, I like looking at the scenery. All right, we've already been down that way. Yeah, I think this is a bum mission. I don't think there's anybody to find. Lady, I think whatever happened here happened. I think we missed it. I don't see any backpacks, any smoke, any shoes, any hats. Not even a trace of blood. Almost like they just disappeared. Almost like you sent me out here just to get me out of the office for a few minutes to get rid of me. That's probably what Sheila did. Probably didn't want me in the office. Sent me out here on this mission. Oh, you gotta find this guy, Mike. Out in the wilderness. Yeah, you got an orange backpack. Didn't we find a guy with the orange backpack last week, Sheila? Yeah, yeah. It's a new one, though. This is a new guy. You gotta do 4 more of these to level up. Oh, okay. Thanks, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila. Don't want to go too high in the air because then you may not generate on the ground. You may like fly over him and actually miss him. This bastard's got to be around here somewhere. Unless he really is in one of those valleys and he's glitched and you got to like land in one of those valleys like when we first pulled up on this mission. Oh, I see smoke. I see smoke. I see smoke. I see smoke of orange. End of the mission. One gas mate. Went hiking and fishing. Say to myself, should have called Uber. A little too early to let them know. We gotta get a little closer to it.
X3 Hawk 9, I found a man. He managed to stay safe at a safe spot. Coordinates 36 south, 148 east.
We're in sight. Starting evac.
I wish I could do this from inside the cabin, but it's so difficult. Especially with this kind of terrain. I'll land. Close enough for you, buddy? Oh, what happened?
We're in sight. Starting evac. Hawk 9 X3. Inbound
Oops.
for landing.
I'm glad that didn't happen with him in the helicopter, because it would have failed the mission. You can do it before. I know, but sometimes you have to do it on the side of the hill with these missions. You can't think logically with these simulations, dude. Like, logical thinking with these missions, throw it out the window. I landed on a tree and saved somebody. A tree. In Masonville. No, what you have to do is you just need to hover near him. Is really what it is. You don't really need to land.
X3. Inbound for landing.
Just kind of need to hover. Oh, come on, bitch. Won't be like that. This is steep, man. This should be more than a level 2. Come on. Come on, Greg. Get control. I'm having a hard time. You know what? Maybe if I change my camera angle, that'll help. I'm having a hard time judging how steep it is. That's throwing off my landing a bit. This is a bit easier to see. Fuck you, game.
We're in sight. Starting evac. Hawk 9 X3. Inbound for landing.
Alright, let's try coming in at a different angle this time. I didn't go through all this trouble to just turn around and not be able to finish this. We're gonna get him. Let's do this here. Hang on a second. Let me spin myself around real quick.
EX3, inbound for landing. Hawk 9 EX3, inbound for landing.
I get out and run to him. There we go.
X3, ready for extraction. Captain, missing people and medic team.
Mike should do that.
Ready for takeoff.
If that would have been a flat surface, that wouldn't have been such a hard thing to land on, but man, it was so difficult figuring out what angle to take that at and not hit the rotor or the tail or... Wow. Glad that's over. Now we just need to do 4 more of these and then we can do the hoist mission. Yeah, I don't mind crashing before we pick up the passenger. But if you crash, like if I crash now, it's gonna fail the mission. That I will not accept.
I'm Elia, an emergency medic. I'll be taking care of you during this flight to Gharib, okay? I'm here to help you have a comfortable flight.
Yeah, landing on a somewhat flat surface is okay, but man, you saw how steep that's the side of a mountain. I don't think I've ever seen somebody up there. I've done this is my 3rd mission in these mountains. I don't think I've ever seen anybody on the side like that. Usually they're on one of the flat areas. Over now, though.
Yankee Golf Echo India Traffic AX 3 Alpha Uniform Sierra 82114 miles east 6100. Ford inbound to land runway 14.
I think they did a pretty good job with the sounds of the helicopter. I don't know how this thing really sounds in real life, but in the game it sounds pretty damn good. Not like the Boeing 707 that came out, where it actually incorporated Cessna 172 engines. Take off in that thing.
We're on our way. I'll do a quick check to make sure you're okay.
Take off in the 707 and let the engines go full blast, or like during climb, give it full thrust. You'll hear a Cessna in there. It sounds like the engine's like passing gas. Seriously. I've flown all the helicopters in this sim, and it really seems like the base helicopters that come with it, they really don't want you flying inside the cabin. A lot of the control, like a lot of the switches don't work. You know, I mean, it's very basic equipment on the inside. It almost seems like they want you flying them from the... I'm cool with it. I don't mind flying it from the... I only gripe with, the only issue that I have with the missions that I've done so far, when you're doing the construction ones where you're carrying like huge pieces of tower and things like that, they need to do what Miltech Sims does, where they give you like, when you get close to the target, a pop-up shows up and it shows your helicopter in circumference, like in a circle, like hovering above. It kind of shows what it looks like hovering above the target. That would be so helpful to have. Just trying to fly this helicopter from a top-down view is near impossible. It's so hard to gauge the pitch, the roll, your altitude, like... You don't need to actually land, you just need to get close to the runway. Then that Ericsson. I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing. I wasn't really paying attention. The Ericsson helicopter, while it has wheels, it's near impossible to roll that thing on the ground. Like the Black Hawk that's in Aerofly, and even the Chinook from Miltech Sims, you can turn the parking brakes off and engage the axle or the nose wheel steering and actually like taxi like with your wheels. Even though that Ericsson has wheels, I found it to be like we were nose down like the whole time, or listing to like one side like on two wheels. It was near impossible to have all three wheels at the same time and move forward. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Your efforts brought people back together. That's what matters most, even if this mission was tough.
Reading my mind, lady. Alright, let's see what we got. I don't think the crashes really hurt us. We probably got an A on this mission, I would think. It'd be a B, but I think it'll probably be an A. Hopefully this thing counts. I gotta check the score afterward. See if we're done 6 out of 10. Tablet charged. No, it's not. We gotta charge my tablet upstairs. And maybe it'll be a B. Oh, a C. Ooh, that's going to drop us back quite a bit. Crashes bonus. Target retrieval, target. What are you going to do? I don't really care about our reputation so much at this point. We do get some bonuses from it. We're going to go back to it. Wow, we almost dropped to a C. Gee. And we'll make it up on the next mission. All right, let me check. Yeah, now we only have 6 left. Let me just see if there's one in the Alps, because if there is one in the Alps, I might just be easy enough to do. I really want to do one in the Alps again. But they haven't been there in a while. Wonder if they have them for. Alright, I guess they'll spawn another time. But there was a handful of missions here last week, like right in this area here, flying to the Alps. It was awesome flying in the Alps. I loved it. Alright, that's about it. I'm getting out of here for tonight. I'll see y'all tomorrow for sure. Probably regular time tomorrow. I don't know, actually. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, if I'm going to be on early or not, but whatever. You guys will know when I do it. Anyways, have a good day. Have a good night. I will see you next time on the next episode of the Airplane Show. Oh, by the way, see ya!